Hello and welcome to the Systemize Like a Mogul Masterclass. I am Avery and I cannot wait to walk you through how to create savvy systems to transform your business and give you more flexibility with your time so that you can work from anywhere using just your phone. Now, all of these systems may not apply to you. However, it is my hope that you will take something learned from this presentation and apply it to your current way of conducting systems. And what we're going to learn and discuss is identify common systems mistakes, map out your brand processes, organize your business systems, and find the right tools so that you can have what I call a nomad life, going from place to place. Okay, so I hear you asking, who exactly is Avery and why should I listen to her? Well, it turns out that I've been an entrepreneur since the age of 3. A few months ago, my mother revealed that when she had her jewelry business, she was selling a bracelet to a customer. And for some reason, I decided to put this bracelet on and I showed it off saying, see? And I think that really just started the entrepreneurial bug in me. As you can imagine, since being an entrepreneur since the age of 3, I have made many mistakes. Before systems, I would often miss meetings and opportunities. I was absolutely terrible with following up. Yes, I am a recovering person who did not follow up right on time. I was often stressed out by coordinating last-minute tasks manually. I wasted so much money on unnecessary tools and resources, and I did not have a sales funnel to keep my audience's attention. I was basically leaving money on the table. And because of that, I was not able to fully pursue my whys, which of course is giving back to my mother, providing for a future family, and living the nomad life, being able to pick up and go whenever I wanted to. And on my quest to improve my systems and have more flexibility, I was able to no longer miss any meetings. My schedule keeps me on clockwork. My phone is always going off about reminding me about different things I need to accomplish. I've had an increased follow-up response time. I've reclaimed my time with fewer manual tasks. I have created efficient tools and resources that allow me to work in harmony and manage my life. And finally, automated sales funnels to convert followers into paying customers. So that means no more manual invoices or no more manual emails. And this step of automation and systems is just step 5 of my 5-step Mogul strategy, which is, of course, it goes back to understanding your audience, creating your clear offer, crafting your brand identity, enhancing your visibility, which all leads to your overall systems, which is what we're going to cover today. Now let's discuss common mistakes people make when building out their systems. Number 1, relying on your memory to coordinate your processes. I'm not sure if you're like me, but if I rely on my memory to get things done, it will not get done. I literally have to write out every single thing to accomplish certain tasks because I am so forgetful. And therefore, when you approach your systems, you don't want to rely on your memory because it is easy to forget even the teeniest thing. I remember one time I was coordinating an email campaign and I forgot to change the default links on that email. And if someone had clicked on it, it would have gone to the email provider's website instead of my own. Therefore, even the smallest mistakes can lead to a big impact in your business, and you want to be sure that you are leading your customer to the place where you want them to be. Mistake number 2, using outdated processes to manage your business. If you are still using processes from the early 2000s or maybe even the 90s, it's time for an upgrade. Every time that I carry out a process in my business, I am looking for ways to be more efficient, to see how I can improve and maybe even automate the process. As soon as I discover a new way to accomplish a task, or if I see that I've left out a specific task, I quickly put it into my systems roadmap, and that way I will not again rely on my memory the next time I carry out the specific task. Mistake number 3 is having the wrong tools and systems to facilitate your operations. What works for one brand may not necessarily work for your brand. And even though I will be mentioning the tools that allow me to have a nomad life, it may not work for you. And so that way I give you the process to have this nomad life, and you can adapt it to your own brand and find tools that suit your needs. Number 4, establishing your blueprint but not following through with a plan of action. As entrepreneurs, it is essential that we follow our plan of action and implement it. That way we can have more freedom and flexibility in our life, because if you're just creating the idea but not following through with the plan, you would have just wasted your time and energy for nothing. Mistake number 5, letting manual processes primarily drive your business. If you are still coordinating activities such as invoicing, emailing, and social media manually, let's reclaim your time. There is a better way to automate those systems so that you can focus on your customers and still give that human element that they need. Automation does not mean that you are cold to your customers. It just helps you to get, again, more flexibility to make sure that you can focus on other activities in your business. Now I want you to think about, which mistake have you made? And if you're like me, you've probably made them all, but that's okay. That's why you're here. And that's why I've learned from my mistakes to help you to get to the place where you want to be in your systems. Are you ready to design your mogul life? I hope you are. I am excited. And let's jump into how you can do exactly that. This is my 5-step plan to your mogul life. You are identifying your business activities, creating your business systems blueprint, determining what processes can be automated. You're finding the tools that can replace your manual work, and looking for tools that have a fully integrated phone app. Let's talk about step 1, identifying your business activities. Here are a few common types of business activities: payment processing, marketing systems, customer or client relationship management, commonly referred to as CRM, your client onboarding process. That is a big one. You want to make sure that is as seamless as possible. Product fulfillment and scheduling. That is a common mistake that entrepreneurs make. They often say, email me when you have a time, as opposed to sending a link with their best availability, because it can be hard to coordinate schedules. Accounting platforms, payroll, inventory management, and customer service. Based on this list and any other activities that you conduct, I want you to first start out your systems journey by jotting out every single activity that you do, which leads into step 2. Next, you want to create your business systems blueprint based on all of the activities that you coordinate. This is how you can create your business systems blueprint. First, again, starting off with your business activities, place them each under a main category. Then you want to break down each activity under action steps. You also want to organize it using a flow chart or the preferred method of your choosing, and you revise and update it as needed. And to the right, you can see one way that I have broken this out. I also use a tool called Trello that maps out all of my business operations. But with the map on the right, we started off with marketing, which was the overall category. And say I have a blog that I wish to maintain every 2 weeks. I wrote down every single step that it takes to write out that blog. Number 1, deciding on the topic. Number 2, drafting the blog. Number 3, creating headlines. Number 4, revising the draft. Number 5, finalizing the blog. Number 6, creating the blog header. Number 7, uploading the blog. And number 8, scheduling the specific blog. Now, I just noticed one thing that I could add to this blueprint: adding the tags and keywords to make sure that this particular blog post is visible in the Google ranking. That's why you want to always be cognizant of your business systems, because you never know when you need to add another step. And if I had missed this particular step, I probably would not have been able to rank higher with Google, and no one would see my blog, which is a very important step. Step 3, you want to determine what processes can be automated. Some key automated systems that I suggest you using in your business are email sales funnels. And if you are not familiar with sales funnels, it is the journey a potential customer takes from follower into a paying customer. What you can do is write your emails in advance, schedule it in your preferred tools such as ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit, MailChimp, and others, and the system does it for you, and you can set how often you would like the email to go to your customer. Number 2, my onboarding process has been a lifesaver. For example, whenever I sign a new client and they pay their invoice, they automatically receive the questionnaire to assess their brand. And that way I don't have to remember, oh, did I send out the questionnaire? Did I send out any other resources that they would need to make the onboarding process as smooth as possible? Remember, I'm forgetful, everyone. So I need to make it as easy as possible for me. Next, you want to have some sort of order fulfillment, and that will tie into the website platform you use. Therefore, you just want to make sure you have a robust platform that can make fulfilling orders easy. You want to also automate your payments. I do not manually send out invoices anymore. I have reoccurring payments for my clients. I won't forget, oh, did the customer pay? Did I send out the invoice? And then we're both looking at each other like, well, am I supposed to pay or what's going on here? Having the system allows you, again, to have peace of mind and not have to chase your money. Next, you want to have a scheduling tool that allows you to have the contact method and reminder already in place. With Acuity, a tool that I use, I'm able to connect the Zoom platform or put a conference call link there already. The person who is scheduling a meeting already knows I need to log into this Zoom platform or I need to use the conference call method. You don't have to follow up with them manually because the reminder is there and all the information that they need is right in the confirmation. Next is your use of social media. There are many tools you can use, such as Planoly, which is my personal favorite, Later, and Buffer. Now, if you are really an overachiever, you can plan your content a week in advance, 2 weeks in advance, a month, and schedule it in advance. And again, it just frees up your time to focus on other business activities. Finally, your workflow, which ties into your onboarding process. With a tool that I have used called Honeybook, it allows me to automatically move the customer along in their journey as soon as they sign up with me, and it sends me reminders of when I need to accomplish certain tasks. Step 4 is all about finding the tools that can replace your manual work, and it will work in conjunction with the next step. And I have created a list of tools just for you, starting with the customer relationship management systems. These are my top 3, and of course, my preferred is Honeybook, as I mentioned, but Dubsado is just as great, and in some ways, it can be better depending on what you need for your business. I also included HubSpot because it is a free tool, and I have heard that people have a good experience from it. Now, the reason why I like Honeybook over Dubsado is because of the client portal. It allows the customer to have their own portal where they can upload homework, we can write notes back and forth, and they can upload any pertinent files as they wish. As you can see here, I have also listed scheduling tools such as Acuity, which is also free, but if you want to take payments for any meetings, you will have to upgrade to the premium. Calendly is free. I'm not sure if you have to upgrade for the premium plan, but it is also a great tool. If you use the Dubsado CRM, you will not have to get an additional scheduling tool, and you can take payments from the system. Honeybook does have a scheduling tool. However, if you want to take payments right now, it does not allow you to do so. And finally, Sling. Moving into the project management tools, I like Asana and Trello. However, Trello is my preferred app because it is so user-friendly and you are able to easily create and move your task as needed. And I'll show you a little demonstration later of why I like Trello. With email marketing, you can use ActiveCampaign, Constant Contact, ConvertKit, HubSpot, Keep, Klaviyo, and MailChimp. Klaviyo is a good tool for beginners if you are looking to build your sales funnel quickly because it is free and they have templates available. However, as you scale your brand, I highly consider you go to one of the more robust platforms such as ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit, or even Keep by Infusionsoft. It is even easier now to keep your webinars going 24/7 without you being there. All you have to do is record your video or even use a live recorded webinar and pop it into one of these automated webinars. That way the customer can choose based on their availability what time to attend your webinar. It really is a great tool to use and they'll never know most times that it is an automated webinar, and I won't tell them. I'll keep that between you and me. And for the final step, looking for tools that have a fully integrated phone app. This is how you get to your nomad life. Here are a few of my favorite things. You've already heard me mention Acuity. I have been using this app nonstop since I downloaded it to my phone. One time I was out and about and someone wanted my scheduling link. I was just able to go into the app, copy the direct link, and pop it into Instagram. It was simple and they didn't have to wait for me to get back to my desk to send them the link. The Google Calendar app, even though, of course, yes, you can use your regular phone calendar app, but I like how it is blocked off by day in the Google Calendar app. It reminds me 10 minutes before the meeting, oh, you have something coming up. It's just seamlessly integrated with all of my scheduling tools, my Google Calendar, and my other calendars because I have so many emails too. And it just syncs into this one app. I love using Google Docs. I am currently writing a book. And when I was on the go waiting in the doctor's office, I was able to work on my book using the Google Docs app. Honeybook is, again, where you can use your CRM on the go. And every time you get a payment, it says a little cha-ching. And I just love hearing that cha-ching every time. So it's really funny. I don't know. I always get excited every time. The Prism tool tracks your bills. And instead of having to manually write your bills out each month, you just put it in one time and it reminds you based on if you want it 1 week out, 2 weeks out, or 3 weeks out for a reminder when your bill is coming up. All you have to do is mark it as paid as soon as the payment is taken out. TimeBlock has been my go-to app for scheduling activities that I need to do during the day. For instance, from 8 o'clock to 9, I check my email and it reminds me, okay, it's time to check your email because I have scheduled a morning routine. It has been so handy to keep track of the things that I need to because it sends helpful reminders on the hour when it's time to go to the next task. And finally, Trello. Whenever you're out and about, if you have your operations in Trello, you can easily check it. It's just as great as the desktop version. And that way you can ensure that you have efficiency and productivity if an emergency arises or if you need to pull information last minute. Now let's discuss Honeybook, which is the tool I use for my CRM. Here I will see the calendar. And the calendar is connected to my Google Calendars, and my Google Calendars is also connected to my laptop calendar, and it is also connected to Acuity. So that way I have everything in one place and I'll receive notifications and won't miss anything like meetings and important appointments. You can also create a task list in Honeybook. So another project management tool if you wish. And you also see bookkeeping and reports. Now, one of the things I love is the Tools tab. You can see templates. Let's go there. And they have a series of things that you can use. You can pre-design your invoices, your contracts, your proposals, questionnaires, any brochures. And also there are different things like packages, contact forms, emails, and email signatures. One thing that I would suggest if you do decide to use Honeybook is to build out your proposal. So let's just take a quick look at that. Let's go to the Mogul Experience invitation. For someone who chooses the Mogul Experience and they say, yes, this is what I would like to do, I already have everything ready for them. Here is everything that they receive, plus the price, which would be the monthly installment. And if I scroll down a little bit more, it talks about the agreement for the proposal and the contract all in one place. And if I scroll back up, I can decide, which is the best thing I love about this platform, is having a reoccurring payment that is automatic. It helps me not to have to remember to send out an invoice, and it helps the client not have to worry about paying the invoice manually. It's just automatically debited. Anytime that I want to send this to a client, I'll just click use this template and have it emailed over to them, preferably while I'm on the phone with them, and then they'll sign up right then and there. Going back into the tools page, you can see the scheduling, you can see the workflows. They have a contact form. The only thing I don't like about the contact form is that you can't embed it in your site, so you do have to just use it as a link. But the great thing about it is that once someone contacts you in the contact form, it will go straight to Honeybook, and it'll be categorized as a lead. You can also log your times. You can see how many hours you work on a particular project. You can also track the expenses that are coming in, so it keeps it in one place. You can send out multiple emails. And let's look at the workflow. Right here, I have client onboarding, and you can see where you can create a task, send a questionnaire, send a brochure, and you can build it out. If you see here where it says send questionnaire, you can send a questionnaire automatically. With the brand assessment I have it scheduled to send out automatically once the invoice is paid. That starts the process, and I don't have to remember, oh, did I send that out? I love that about Honeybook. Now we're in my Acuity platform, and once you log in, you will see this home screen. You'll easily see what appointments you have coming up because it's clicked under appointment calendar. It keeps all of your clients, past and present. If you want to get in contact with people who are no longer active and you might have had a discovery call with them, you can see that easily. You can find all of your scheduling page links right here in case you need to embed it to your website or want to add a link. You can customize the appearance. You can show your availability, or change your availability, I should say. And you can see all the different appointment types I have. You can also edit your appointment types. Also, I have intake questions that are attached to the different appointment types. You can have packages and gifts and subscriptions. And you can also have integrations with Facebook, with Google Calendar, with MailChimp, ConvertKit, ActiveCampaign, all of these great platforms that I should probably explore a little bit more and see all that it integrates with. You can change your email settings. Also, you can make your payment settings as well. It's a great tool to have, and you can also look at the reports tab to see how many sessions you've had and how many hours you've spent. Luckily, I still have my Dubsado open. You can do a free trial for up to 3 clients. After that is when you start paying for the tool. When you first log in, this is what you see. And you can see reports of your financials, expenses, profit. You can see any upcoming task that you need to accomplish. Here are projects. It shows your client workflow, and it shows things you need to accomplish and move them along the pipeline. It shows reporting. Of course, it shows your calendar. And you can also integrate this calendar with any other tools such as Google, Outlook as well, I do believe. You can edit your workflow. You can create payment schedules. You can have canned emails. And they also have forms that you create. There's a template library as well. Finally, you can create packages in advance so that you can easily send it to your client. Again, I am not as familiar with this platform. The learning curve was longer for me. There were some things I liked about it. The integrations were great. It is a good platform. But again, there were certain things about Honeybook that I liked. So just do your due diligence and find out which platform would work best for your brand. Also keep in mind that if you have Dubsado, you will not have to pay for Acuity and Dubsado because Dubsado takes payments through their scheduling tool. Be sure to test out your systems because once I did have an issue regarding Dubsado. Now let's switch gears and discuss the platform Trello, where I house my project management and onboarding processes. If I click on the social media card, you will see the exact action steps listed within this card. Once I complete a step, I can easily keep track of what I've done already and mark off tasks as I go. The great thing about Trello is that you can also set reminders and deadlines, and you can make reoccurring deadlines that will move a card to the top of the list. I would explore all that Trello has to offer in depth so you can see what other capabilities can work for you to help with your project management. Looking at another operation, here are all of the steps I take to prepare for a webinar or a summit. I even have things to do the day of the webinar. I make sure that I have water by me, a phone charger, and other things to ensure that I am not scrambling last minute to get ready, because once you are scrambling last minute, even if you are, you have this checklist so you don't forget anything that you need to have ready. Now, looking at the client intake, I have developed this more in another board that we will discuss in a few moments, but this provides a basic overview of the process. This board, again, the overall board, houses every single activity that I conduct in one place. Now let's take a look at another way of how I organize my systems and processes. This is my onboarding process, and if you notice at the top, it says inquiry stage, client welcome, ongoing, individual sessions, task list, etc. Each card has every step that I need to accomplish within that particular phase, and some are broken down even further. It provides a checks and balance to ensure that the client receives everything that they need and everything that I need to ensure that it is a smooth process. And if you click client file, you will see that I have listed everything that they need to receive in order for us to proceed to the next step. For the middle stage of the client process, I have broken it down even further, and recently I created a client management task list, which will make it easier for me to keep up with what has been done. Here you see 3 main services for the Academy. I will insert the client name based on the experience they choose. And with each checklist, it lists everything that they receive within the particular category, whether it's the boss, the CEO, or mogul experience. We have session 1, for instance, I'll check it off. If they scheduled an emergency call, I'll check that off. It provides an easy visual representation to see what still needs to be done so that I do not overlook anything. And once their experience with the program is complete, I will scroll over and move them into the completed tab, which allows me to see which clients still have outstanding services and the clients that are complete. I want to give you a big thank you for spending your time with me during the Systemize Like a Mogul Masterclass. And as my gift to you, I am giving you full access to my masterclass slides, as well as a business systems planning guide and other tools and resources that I did not mention in today's lesson. If you ever have any questions for me, please feel free to reach out by emailing hello@blackwomanmoguls.com or by reaching out to us on our Instagram page at Black Woman Moguls. Thank you again for tuning into this masterclass, and enjoy the rest of the Comeback Champion Summit.